Did you know that the majority of companies focus on competing in the same overcrowded markets when there's a whole ocean of opportunities waiting to be explored? That's right. And today we're diving deep into the groundbreaking concepts from the book Blue Ocean Strategy by Chan Kim and Renee Mauborgne. If you're ready to discover how to stop competing and start creating, stick around. And if you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss out on tips that can transform your business strategy. Let's dive in. So let's get started with the basics. What exactly is the difference between red oceans and blue oceans? Picture this. Red oceans are like a crowded beach where everyone is fighting for the best spot. Everyone's competing for the same limited resources, and over time, the water turns red from all the fierce competition. Sounds exhausting, right? Now imagine finding a secluded, pristine beach with crystal clear waters where you have the entire ocean to yourself. That's a blue ocean, an untapped market space where you're not just competing, you're creating something entirely new. In a blue ocean, you're not just another fish in the sea, you're a pioneer, exploring uncharted territory where the competition is irrelevant because no one else has even thought to go there yet. Let's bring this concept to life with a real-world example. Before Airbnb, the hospitality industry was your typical red ocean, dominated by hotel chains and resorts. Every company was fighting for the same travelers, offering pretty much the same experience: a bed, a TV, maybe a minibar if you're lucky. But Airbnb didn't just jump into that fray. Instead, they created a blue ocean by offering something completely different: the opportunity for anyone to rent out their homes or even just a room to travelers. This wasn't just about providing an alternative to hotels, it was about offering a unique personal experience, staying in someone's home, in their neighborhood, living like a local. This move opened up an entirely new market segment, attracting a wide range of customers, from budget-conscious backpackers to luxury seekers, all without directly competing with traditional hotels. And just like that, they made the competition irrelevant. But creating a blue ocean isn't just about finding a new market. It's about making a leap in value. That brings us to our next concept: value innovation. This is the cornerstone of the blue ocean strategy. It's like the secret sauce that makes your offering so compelling that customers just can't resist it. Value innovation is where innovation meets value creation. It's not about making small improvements to what's already out there. No, it's about creating something so different and so valuable that it completely disrupts the market. It's about rewriting the rules of the game. Let's take a look at Apple's iPhone. Before the iPhone, the smartphone market was a red ocean. Companies were focused on features like call quality, battery life, and physical keyboards. They were all competing on the same factors. Then Apple came along and said, what if we completely rethink what a phone can be? They combined a touchscreen interface, internet connectivity, a music player, and an app ecosystem, all in one sleek, user-friendly device. The iPhone wasn't just a better phone, it was a completely new experience. It didn't just raise the bar, it created a whole new category, and by doing so, Apple made the competition irrelevant. Other companies were left scrambling to catch up, but by then, Apple was already miles ahead in their blue ocean. Now, here's the fun part. You can visualize this process using a tool called the Strategy Canvas. Think of the Strategy Canvas as your treasure map, pointing you to the hidden opportunities in your market. It helps you see where your competitors are focused, and more importantly, where the gaps are. Those areas where you can carve out a new space and set yourself apart. Let's break it down. The Strategies Canvas plots out the key factors that your industry competes on. It's a snapshot of your market's current state of play. You can see where everyone's putting their energy and where there might be opportunities that no one has noticed yet. Take Yellowtail, an Australian wine brand, as an example. The wine industry was divided into two groups: high-end wines that appealed to connoisseurs and cheap wines that, let's be honest, weren't very enjoyable. Yellowtail looked at this canvas and thought, what if we could simplify the wine buying experience and make it fun and accessible for everyone? They eliminated the complexities that scared off casual drinkers, reduced the number of wine varieties to make choosing easier. raised the quality, and created a vibrant, approachable brand image. The result? They didn't just take a share of the market, they expanded the market by attracting non-wine drinkers and those who were new to wine. That's the power of using the strategy canvas to find your own blue ocean. Now that you've identified your blue ocean, how do you get there? This is where the 4 actions framework comes into play. It's your blueprint for creating a new value curve. Think of it as a toolkit for innovation, challenging you to rethink everything you know about your industry. The 4 actions framework asks you to consider 4 critical questions. Eliminate. What factors that the industry takes for granted can be eliminated? Reduce. Which factors should be reduced well below the industry's standard? Raise. Which factors should be raised well above the industry's standard? Create. What new factors should be introduced that the industry has never offered? These questions force you to break free from the status quo and think differently about your business. Let's look at Nintendo and the Wii. At the time, the gaming industry was a red ocean focused on better graphics and more complex gameplay. Nintendo could have followed suit, but instead they asked, what if we eliminated the obsession with high-end graphics and reduced the complexity? Then they thought, what if we raised accessibility and created a new motion-based way to play? The result was the Wii, a console that appealed not just to hardcore gamers, but to families, seniors, and casual gamers. By using the 4 actions framework, Nintendo didn't just compete with other gaming consoles. They created a new market where they were the clear leader. And that leads us to our final concept, the 6 paths framework. This framework is all about looking at your business through different lenses to uncover hidden opportunities. It's like putting on a new pair of glasses that lets you see beyond the obvious and discover new ways to create value. 1. Looking across alternative industries. Are there other industries that offer substitutes or alternatives to your product or service? How can you learn from them? 2. Looking across strategic groups. Within your industry, there are different groups of competitors with different strategies. What can you learn from them? 3. Looking across the chain of buyers. Who are the decision makers, influencers, and end users in the buying process? Can you target a different group? 4. Looking across complementary product and service offerings. How does your product or service interact with others? Can you bundle or unbundle to create new value? 5. Looking across functional or emotional appeal to buyers. Is your industry focused on function or emotion? What if you shifted the focus? 6. Looking across time. What are the trends and changes in your industry? How can you anticipate and leverage them? Let's see how this works in practice. Starbucks is a perfect example. Instead of just competing with other coffee shops, Starbucks looked across alternative industries and identified a new opportunity. The third place concept. They wanted to create a space that wasn't just about coffee, but about community. A place where people could relax, meet, and socialize, much like a local pub or a neighborhood diner. By focusing on the emotional appeal of coffee and creating an inviting ambiance, Starbucks didn't just sell coffee, they sold an experience. This move allowed them to dominate the market, not just as a coffee retailer, but as a lifestyle brand. So, to wrap it all up, Blue Ocean strategy is all about shifting your focus from competing in overcrowded markets to creating new, uncontested market spaces. By understanding the difference between red oceans and blue oceans, leveraging value innovation using tools like the strategy canvas and the 4 actions framework, and exploring the 6 paths framework, you can create a strategy that makes the competition irrelevant. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. And if you're ready to dive into your own blue ocean, let me know in the comments what industry you're in and what new opportunities you're thinking about exploring. Until next time, keep thinking big, keep innovating, and don't be afraid to create your own path.